Hello students, today we will see the next illustration number 5 relating to the computation of assessable value and custom duty payable. Now see the illustration. Holla and Company imported a machine from USA for furtherance of sale in India. Firm furnishes the following information. Compute the assessable value and duty payable. Under that, cost of machine $10,000, cost of material supplied by importer for manufacturing the machine $1,000, design and development charges incurred outside India $500, technical fees paid to exporter after import of machine $100, installation charges of machine in India $100, paid to the broker who arranged the deal in USA at 2% of FOB price, cost of materials and labor for packing $50, cost of transport from the factory of exporter to the port $30, cost of design work which done in India supplied by importer to exporter in connection with the machine rupees 2000, amount paid to an employee of a importer for assembling rupees 1000, cost of further development work done in India rupees 2500, freight charges $200, cost of transit insurance $50. Next, continuation. Rate of exchange as per CBEC rupees 64 per US dollar, rate of BCD at 15%, IGST at 12%, compensation cess at 20%. So with this information we have to compute the assessable value as well as the custom duty payable. To find the custom duty payable, we have to compute the assessable value. So here Holla and Company imported a machine from USA. So Holla and Company is the name of importer. Imported a machine from USA for furtherance of sale in India. So he is that is a Indian company imported a machine from USA, that is for the sale in India. So here the import may be for the import of product, may be consumption or for sale, that doesn't matter. They have to pay, the importer has to pay a tax on their import. So we have to compute here the assessable value as well as the custom duty payable. Now we'll see the details to compute the assessable value. So the first one is cost of machine $10,000. So this one we have to take at the beginning, cost of machine it is $10,000. Then cost of material sent by importer for manufacturing the machine. So here the cost of material sent by the importer for manufacturing the machine means it is the accessories sent by a importer to the exporter. That accessories is used in the manufacturing of machine. So it should be added. Accessories supplied by an importer to the exporter, the value is $1,000. Then design and development charges incurred outside India should be added. Design and development charges incurred outside India we have to add. Then technical fees paid to exporter after import of machine. So any expenses paid after import we should not take. After import means whatever the expenses incurred after import we should not add. So this amount we should not include for the assessable value, because technical fees is paid to exporter after import of machine. So this importer has paid a technical fees to the exporter after the import. That value of that technical fees is $100. So the expenses what is incurred after import is not so see here the expenses incurred after the import is not taken for the assessable value. Next is installation charges of a machine in India. So this is the installation charges, expenses incurred in India. So it should not be taken for assessable value computation, because after the import of a machine from the importer port, so the installation expenses is incurred here at the importer factory or a godown. So that is not taken for the assessable value. It is expenses incurred after import, installing of that machinery. So the expenses incurred is installation charges, should not be taken for the assessable value. Then paid to a broker who arranged the deal in USA. So that is nothing but the local agent commission. So here the importer has paid a amount to, that is a 2% of FOB price they have given to a broker who arranged the deal in USA, is nothing but the local agent commission. It is a local agent commission. So it should be taken, it should be added to the cost of machine, but here they have mentioned it is taken at 2% of FOB price. So we have to add this commission, local agent commission, after calculating the FOB. Okay. So this local agent commission we have to add after FOB. Then cost of material and labor for packing. Cost of material and labor for the packing the machines. Any expenses, maybe the cost of material and labor expenses incurred, so that should be added to the cost of machine. So we have to add cost of material and labor for packing. Then cost of transport from the factory of a exporter to the port. So here the transportation expense is incurred from the factory of exporter to the port. So that is a transportation expense incurred from a factory of a exporter to the port. It should be added before FOB. So these expenses we have to add. It is a transportation expenses from factory to exporter port. So the next one, cost of design work which is done in India, supplied by importer to exporter in connection with the machine. So here there is a design work incurred. Cost of design work is done in India. So actually cost of design work done in India is not taken for the accessible value, but this design work is supplied by the importer to the exporter. So that design work is in connection with the machine. So it is like accessory supplied by the importer to the exporter. So you should be added while computing the FOB. So it should be added to the cost of machine. So that is because it is a design work supplied by importer to the exporter. It is a design work supplied by the importer to the exporter. So that is necessary for the machine. In connection with the machine it is. So it should be added. It is taken as a exporter's expenses. So we have to add to the cost of machine. Okay, so this one we have to add. So if in the sentence if they give cost of design work done in India, design and development work done in India, then we should not take. So but this design work is done and after that it is supplied to by the importer to the exporter. Means if it is before import only this expenses is incurred. After the completing of design work in the machine, they have imported the machine, means it is expenses incurred before the import. So it should be added to the cost of the machine. Then amount paid to employee of a importer for assembling. So it is a employee of a importer, means it is this expenses will be incurred in the factory of a importer. That is for the employee. Here the importer has paid expenses to one of a employee for assembling the machine in the factory. Okay, so this should be not taken for the accessible value because it is expenses incurred by the importer. Amount paid by the importer for assembling, that is in India, should not be taken for the accessible value computation. Then cost of further development work done in India also we should not take for the accessible value. This is the expenses incurred after import. Then freight charges $200, cost of transit insurance $50. So here they have not given this expenses is from factory to port or a port to factory. So this is expenses is nothing but it is a port to port. It is a port to port expenses. So the port to port freight and insurance is nothing but it is about this details we have to add after FOB. So here in this illustration they have not clearly mentioned whether that import is by air or a ship, but they have given freight charges and insurance value. So we have to assume that transportation is by ship, and when they given we have to take the actual value in the case of ship, and even the insurance if it is given then we have to take the actual value, assuming that transportation or import is by the ship. So and they have not clearly mentioned that import is by air. So if they mention by air then we have to apply this condition. Okay, we have to apply this condition, or else we can take the actual value itself what is given in the illustration. If there is no other information about through which they have imported, if there is no information about whether they have imported by air or ship, then we have to assume that is transportation is by ship. The given value, actual given value we have to take. If they don't give any transportation or freight charges or insurance, then we have to apply 20% of FOB for the freight charges and 1.125% of FOB for the insurance charges. So here we have to take this after FOB. We have to add these two expenses after FOB. Next, So the next rate of exchange as per CBEC, they have clearly mentioned it is rupees 64 per US dollar. Then BCD 15%, IGST 12%, and compensation cess is 20%. So on the assessable value, we have to calculate the BCD at 15%, and there is no CVD or NCCD. So we will get subtotal A. Next we have to calculate social welfare surcharge at 10%, and then there is no anti-dumping duty and safeguard duty. We will get subtotal B. Then we have to add IGST at 12% and compensation cess at 20% on the subtotal B. So this is about this simple illustration. We'll work out this illustration. Yes, now we'll work out the solution. Write the heading: computation of assessable value. Exchange rate is $1 equal to rupee 64. $1 equal to rupee 64. Then draw 3 column particulars and 2 amount column. First amount column is in the form of dollar and second amount column is rupee. So we'll see one by one. The first one we have to take cost of machine, that is 10,000 US dollar. So cost of machine is a 10,000 US dollar. So if you convert 10,000 into 64 is equal to 6,40,000. Next we have to add the expenses incurred by the exporter. So we'll take one by one. So the first expenses is cost of material sent by importer for manufacturing the machine. So it is a expenses sent by the importer to the for manufacturing purpose, means it is actually the expenses of exporter. So cost of material sent by the importer for the manufacturing in the machine, for manufacturing the machine is nothing but the accessories supplied by the importer to the exporter. So we should add. So that is equal to 1,000 US dollar. 1,000 US dollar. 1,000 into 64 is equal to 64,000. Next we have to add design and development charges incurred outside India, 500 US dollar. So design and development charges incurred outside outside India is 500. So 500 US dollar into 64 is equal to 32,000. Next one is technical fees paid exporter after import. It is expenses incurred after import, should not be taken. Installation charges expenses also incurred in India after import, should not be taken. Then paid to a broker who arranged the deal in USA, that is a local agent commission. We have to calculate 2% on FOB, means after calculating the FOB we have to take. Then cost of material and labor for packing, we have to add labor packing cost. It is expenses relating to packing. So cost of material and labor for packing is value is 50 US dollar. So 50 into 64 is equal to 3,200. Next, cost of transport from factory of exporter to port should be we have to add transport, cost of transport from supplier factory to port, exporter factory to port. So that is equal to 30 US dollar. So that is equal to 1,920. Next is cost of design work which done in India supplied by importer to exporter. So the design work done in India supplied by design work supplied by importer to exporter. So the value how much? 2,000 value given directly, they have given amount. So write in the amount column 2,000. Next, amount paid to an employee of importer for assembling, that is expenses incurred after import. Expenses incurred by the importer should not be taken for assessable value. And cost of further development work is done in India, also not taken for assessable value. This we have to calculate after FOB. Then exchange rate and tax, custom duty tax rate will take. Custom duty tax rate will take later. Now we have to total the. Now total this, there is no other info, we have to total here. So the total is equal to 7,43,120. So that is nothing but FOB value of machine. So now we have to add local agent commission. We have not taken local agent commission because it is given in the illustration that local agent commission is calculated on FOB. So what is the percentage of local agent commission? That is 2% on FOB. So write 2% on FOB. So FOB how much? 7,43,120 into 2%. So that is equal to 14,862. Next we have to add freight or transportation cost. So relating to freight and transportation cost, they have given the details like freight charges $200, cost of transit insurance $550. So assuming transportation is by ship, assumed by ship. So in the case of ship, if given, what is we have to take? If given, we have to take the actual value. So what is the actual here? $200. So write the value in dollar column. So 200 into exchange rate 64 we have to do. So that is equal to 12,800. And next we have to add insurance. So in the case of insurance, if not given, what we have to take? Sorry, if given, what we have to take? So in this illustration they have given the insurance value. If given, then we have to take the actual value itself. So what is the actual insurance given here? $50. So take 50 US column, dollar column. So 50 into 64 is equal to 3,200. So now the total is equal to assessable value 7,73,982. So this is nothing but assessable value. So the assessable value is equal to 7,73,982. Next, calculate the customs duty payable. Write the heading computation of customs duty payable. So here particular and two column. First column is amount and second column is the total duty in rupee. So we have to take the assessable value is first, that is 7,73,982. Next we have to add BCD, basic custom duty, that is here they have given 15% on assessable value. So 15% on assessable value. So show the calculation 7,73,982 into 15%. So that is equal to 1,16,097 in the both the columns. So now there is no CVD and NCCD. So in this illustration there is no CVD and NCCD. So now we have to total subtotal A. So next we have to add social welfare surcharge, that is calculated at 10% on duty. So that is 1,16,097 into 10%. Show the calculation 1,16,097 into 10%. So that is equal to 11,610. So write in amount in both the columns. So there is no safeguard duty and anti-dumping duty. So we have to subtotal B. Next we have IGST and compensation cess. So it should be calculated on subtotal B. So we will get the total duty payable, that is the total of last column, and the total value of commodity is the total of first column. Total value of commodity imported, so that is 11,90,230, and the total duty payable is 4,16,248. So if you want a write note, that is there is a note relating to cost of material and design in connection with the machine. So that is the cost of material as well as design in connection with the relating to the expenses relating to the machine. So it is sent by the importer to the exporter. So it should be taken for the assessable value. Then any technical fees paid, it is after import of machine. Installation charges also incurred after import. Then amount paid to an employee of an importer for assembling, it is also expenses incurred after import. Cost of further development work in India, these are the expenses incurred, these are the post import expenses, means it is expenses incurred after import. Post import expenses means it is expenses incurred after import. So should not be taken for assessable value. Write the two notes for this illustration. And one more third note right here in this illustration, local agent commission is given at 2% on FOB, hence it is added after calculating FOB. So that note also you have to take here. So only this much about this illustration.